I started late, and I proved that I still belong. Okay, so yes, I did start weightlifting right before I turned 28. So basically I started weightlifting by the time other people maybe had already retired. I was an athlete my whole life. I love competing. That's why I kind of was interested in it. USA Weightlifting used to have this program. They called it like the transitional athlete program. So basically they'd find athletes from other sports and be like, you should do weightlifting. You'd be really good at it. I was working full time. I kind of had my life figured out. I was like, I don't know. So I just decided to try it out. I spent about, 3 or 4 years doing it while I was working full time. And then COVID happened. So I wasn't working at all because my job wasn't mandatory. So I was basically trying out being a full-time athlete. And then I was like, I was like, I got really strong when I wasn't working. I was like, I'm gonna have to figure out a way to make this work.
So when she started weightlifting, she was working at Oshkosh, which is a college. And then she was doing school and weightlifting, so it was kind of a lot at once. And then when she quit her job to do weightlifting, it was kind of a relief for her and me as well. So when we lived in Wisconsin, I worked second shift, so we never saw each other. You know, I would always be gone, she would always be gone.
So we had no nights together. Like, we didn't have any opportunities to do anything fun. So when we moved here, he got a job with normal hours so we could do all these fun things. So people like make fun of us. They're like, you guys do stuff all the time. I'm like, yes, we do. However, we spent the first 8 years of our relationship not doing anything together. It's definitely been like a last few years attending a lot of stuff, but we enjoy it. Right before COVID, actually, in 2020, I did the Arnold. I signed up for the Arnold, which is probably our biggest meet domestically. I don't know why, I really had no business, but I attempted an American record in the clean and jerk at that meet. And then my old coach was like, whatever, let's just try it. Let's just put it on the bar. And I was like, okay. And I made the clean and I almost made the jerk. But I think that specific lift was the lift that was like, that was the heaviest clean and jerk anyone in US history, a woman ever attempted. So it's like, I was like, maybe I can actually be pretty good at this. So
it was a very long process. I told her, just stick with it, keep pushing, keep grinding. Not every day is a great day. You know, it will never be like that. You know, there's going to be bad days, rough days, sad days. She wanted to quit so many times, you know, and just kept telling her to keep going, keep being yourself. And that's what she did.
Her late start in the sport is definitely an asset in some ways, and certainly some ways it can be a detractor. Everybody'd love to have the most talented athlete who starts at 12 years old and you get to shape them and all that kind of stuff. But in Mary's case, coming from another sport and coming into the sport late means she has like a great base of training. We've never really had to worry about how strong Mary is. I've always known that Mary's one of the strongest athletes that I could possibly coach.
Looking back, I think the hardest part about starting over was that I went from being a really pretty high level athlete in a sport to going to a sport that I, in my head, thought I should be really good at right away because I'm super strong naturally. But then I got to the sport and I was like, wait, this is like very technical. This is actually like very hard. And then you add in the level of weight classes. So you have these people that are half my size that are snatching more than me. And I'm like, maybe this is actually not what I want to do. Maybe this is like not fun. So that was the hardest part, honestly. Like my first meet, I snatched 80, I missed it, I snatched 80 again, fell on my face, like completely fell over, and then barely made it on my third one. And I've spent the last like 8 years basically constantly working on that, you know?
She came to me with a really big back squat and all that kind of stuff. But we've always tried to work on technique. But coming from track and field, that's the same language, right? It's always getting better at technique. There's never a perfect rep. We're always just trying to make some improvements.
My self-worth is worth much more than what I look like. I've always been tall and big. Like, I've always based like my self-worth on like, if like boys at school liked me when I was young, or like if I was in the popular kids in school and things like that. But as I've gotten older and as I've gotten more comfortable as my part of my identity is being a weightlifter, it's taught me that I'm way deeper than what my body looks like. So yes, my body has done some really amazing things in weightlifting, but weightlifting I used weightlifting and found weightlifting to become more confident as a human being, like outside of the gym.
I think it's really important that people know that weightlifting is a sport for all different types of people. And you see that. That's why we have weight classes. We have little tiny people and really big people, and all of them are trying to do the same thing. They're trying to be the strongest possible. And especially being a female, it's just really, really cool to see the way people react to seeing Mary. My boys at home, I have 3 young boys, and a lot of times in a household, the dad is the strongest person their boys have ever met. And in my household, that's not even remotely close. So it's always like, hey, dad, can you pick that up? And I'll say, well, no, I can't pick that up. The response from them is always then, well, I bet Mary can pick that up. So they know that the strongest person they have met is a woman. And I think that's really, really cool for young girls, but also young boys to know that our bodies are made for doing really cool stuff. And Mary's body can do some of the coolest stuff I've ever seen.
I told someone this the other day, like, I'm never going to be like the best weightlifter in American history. Like, I will be one of the best. Like, I have records, I have had huge lifts, I have had all these things, but I did start too late to be like the best ever, right? But I feel like my role in the sport is, again, just to like support people and show people that you can look different, and like you can wear a lot of makeup when you compete. Like, you can care about what you look like, but also like be comfortable in your body. Like, there's different like things like that you can do that make you feel good in the gym that will carry over to make you feel good in your life.
So she started coaching out of college, and then she started weightlifting. Whatever she desires to do, she pushes herself to the max. So whatever she decides, I'm in for it, because she'll succeed.
I just love coaching because, again, it's similar to what I go through as an athlete. Like, I can see how an athlete looks now versus what they looked like a year ago. Like, if we work on something for a really long time that's technical, and then we look back on a video from 6 months ago and realize it's gotten way better, like, that's a huge positive affirmation for these athletes and positive reinforcement to keep going when things maybe seem hard. It's a challenge for me to be better at weightlifting. It's rewarding for me because I can see my athletes get better, and I can be happy because I feel like I'm offering someone something that maybe they didn't have the support they had, and now I can offer that. I mean, I love weightlifting, of course. I love the sport. I love getting stronger. I love those things, but I really, really love coaching because of the relationship piece.
Mary is she's a big part of a community, and she cares about other people in the community. In weightlifting on our team, she cares about her family. And so you can tell that really, really means a lot to her. Those people that are a part of her community and her family are really, really important to her. She's super determined. She set the goal to become an Olympian and try to make medals at world championships, and she won't stop. And every single time I told her, you have to make this lift, she made the lift. So that's not only just physically strong, she's really, really mentally strong as well.
I feel pressure because I want to compete well, I want to do well, but I don't necessarily feel pressure because I have to do well or have to represent. Like that's my thing is like I train really, really hard to do the best I can at competitions. I think about a competition as like a reward for all the hard work I did. I love competing. I'm a gamer generally. So if I can go there, I know I pretty much, if I stick to the plan, I should be able to represent my country, my coach, my team, everyone the best I can.
The way she pushes herself to be the best, like she really tries hard every single day. I mean, she'll be hurting, her body will be hurting, and she'll just keep pushing and grinding, and just her ability to work hard, and it doesn't matter what's thrown at her, she pushes through.
I promised myself once the Olympics were done that I was going to do what made me feel better and made me feel more healthy. My shift has been pretty great when it comes to going from more bad days where I'm like, wish I was built like someone else, or I looked like someone else. I have way more days that I'm like, my body's actually really, really cool. Like it can do a lot of really cool things. And I think what I want people to take from my story, especially women of, teenagers or kids that just started, is I want them to know that this really is a sport for everyone. There are bodies that can do really incredible things that maybe don't look like what we think they should look like if you're an athlete, right? So just this sport has opened my eyes to that you can be an athlete and look different.
I see Mary in the future just getting better. She's going to continue to get better because she has things that she can improve on the platform just like everybody else does.
Again, I hope that when I leave weightlifting, I'm 1,000% sure I'll still be involved. However, I want people to know that like just because I lifted like a lot of weights, I'm still like a good person to support you. I can mentor you. I can, be there for you. And I don't actually care how much other people lift. I want to be like a good role model, and I want to be kind to people, and I want to be someone that when they meet me, they remember like, hey, she was super nice.
And I can see Mary being a great coach in weightlifting and continuing to spread the love of weightlifting to other people.
I mean, she treats everybody with complete respect, and she doesn't ever, X somebody out. Like she treats everybody pretty much the same, and she's just a beautiful person, and that's why I married her.